Greetings. This is another daily message from the Oracle of the Rushing Winds for Mercury's Day. It's Wednesday, April 2nd. The moon is currently in its transit through Gemini. So it should be a very chatty day, right? After Thursday's shenanigans. Tuesday's shenanigans. Maybe last Thursday. Wow. Okay. I am pulling from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit and the Wild Unknown Tarot. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. Okay, we have the Vulture coming up. I'll leave that one there since it jumped out, but I do want to connect to our guides of the highest spiritual, most brilliant divine light for protection and for clear interpretation of channeled messages. Thank you so much. Once again, this is your daily for April 2nd, Wednesday, Mercury's Day. Right. So not so fast. Perhaps you're coming out of a cleanup effort. Perhaps there was a cleanup effort over the weekend and on Monday and Tuesday. Perhaps you've been in a cleanup effort for a few days. Vulture does ask us to purify, to cleanse. Yeah. And the cheetah is a fiery animal spirit. This is the one we will be clarifying, okay? The cheetah is associated for me with the Queen of Wands. So you're meeting someone halfway. The caution here is to not become too aggressive in how fast you are approaching either the subject, the person in mind, whoever you're working with, the job, the project, whatever it is that you're working towards and moving towards, not so fast, okay? Take it easy, take it slow, or make sure you have a fail-proof setup so that you can move as fast as you would like. And then don't forget that you have cleared away a lot. So you're likely working with not little, but you're more in a minimalist, not over doing it, not over consuming, not over thinking. Okay. The cheetah isn't really about aggression. I do want to just make sure. The vulture, of course, is an animal spirit, revered in some cultures, but it is coming to balance, right? It does reveal a lot of wisdom, so there's no need to rush. Okay, the vulture also reminds us not to rush. And then we have the we have the cheetah. Solar force, action, achievement, and it is masculine energy, achieves anything and boundless energy. If out of balance, you are warned from impatience or warned about impatience and competitiveness. Perhaps you are reconnecting to your purpose, or maybe your work takes on a more purposeful approach, whether you are in an academic setting or a work setting. You are very attractive, okay? If we are coming from the last few days, if those readings are connecting, this means something has taken off and you are perceived as really attractive, right? And maybe you help others to come into balance out of either being a victim of aggression or aggressive tactics, or you help others to come out of that imbalance, right? Okay, and then we'll get clarity from the tarot. Just one more, two more shuffles. Okay. Take those. Okay. Wow. Look at this. We have the Mother of Pentacles and the Deer. Both show deers. So maybe you were masculine in a feminine driven or feminine like a line of work that is considered more driven by femininity, or this is the balance that you're coming into through perseverance in your meditative approaches. Wow. Okay, Mother of Pentacles is the and then we have the Six of Wands at the bottom or below that, after that, and that means you have achieved something. Perhaps this comes from a time of having to not be limited, right? Going with the flow and understanding that you have to make some sort of decision before you allow time to pass you by. Wow. Okay. We have Venus in Aries, and then we have the Sun in Aries, right? With the Three of Wands, and the Four of Wands is Venus in Aries. Okay. Mars in Pisces with the Ten of Cups. So this is coming out of a timing where you were emotionally fulfilled, but you had to maybe end something with the vulture spirit. You maybe had to do away with that, okay? And that built up a lot of aggression after coming into balance through purifying, through meditation, through meditative processes that are purifying. You've created a shift. You took on new projects. You took on a major work project, major work that evolved into many projects, or evolved into a more well-founded, well-balanced project. Okay. In you going with that flow, you've come to see your vision. Okay. Come to light. Wow. Cool. And you are attracting this. Okay. So you are in the midst of attracting a larger audience. You're in the midst of attracting a more flow state. Your vision is more induced by flowing, going with the flow, by being more prominent in how you help others to heal from what you have learned from the processes that you have culminated through doing away with a lot. Okay, maybe even you've come out of a time where you did not know what to go for, and that just required a lot of doing away with a lot, and that became a origin point of attraction. That is what allowed you to move out of a super heavy, super tense emotional time. Okay. Or maybe this is just really satisfying, the move you're making. With the Venus in Aries retrograde, this card means you're right on the dot. You're following your path. You're following your path that is invested in your purpose. Your purpose is invested in the path that you're on. It is all part of that purpose. This creates that flow state. This generates money. This generates coming out of loss. Okay. These are all great cards. And coming from the vulture and the cheetah, it means you've had to give up your old life. Wow. Okay. And now your vision takes off. This is all part of the vision. Okay. Sun in Aries, you're right. Again, you're right on the dot with the astrological timing with April, okay? With the month of April, you're gonna make it. This is where you belong. Not that you don't belong anywhere else, but you have a sensation of belonging. You have a sensation of producing, and not necessarily producing to earn, but your production heals, and that is your line of work in which you earn money. Okay. Congratulations. This has been a message from the Oracle of Swords for your Wednesday, April 2nd. Have a wonderful rest of the week. I'll be back with another daily very soon. Ciao.